Hi, I'm Angie. Today I'm going to show you a really quick and simple recipe for vanilla cupcakes. Very traditional, very simple, but everyone likes a good cupcake. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is combine my dry ingredients and set them aside so they're ready to go. I've got 1 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour here, and I'm just going to mix in 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And I've preheated the oven to 350 degrees, and I've got 2 muffin tins lined with paper cup liners. So just combine the dry ingredients. And for the next part, we'll cream our butter and sugar, and we're going to use an electric mixer for that. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is cream 1/2 cup of butter. I like to use unsalted butter with 1 cup of sugar. Just going to cream those together until the sugar granules kind of dissolve into the butter. Okay, that's nice and creamy. Now I'm going to beat in 2 eggs, one at a time, and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I like to use pure vanilla, especially because these are plain vanilla cupcakes. You really want a nice, good quality vanilla flavor to come through. And just mix that in. Now I'm going to add 1/3 of the dry flour mixture. And I've got 3/4 of a cup of milk. So what I'm going to do is just use half of it and stir that in. And then another 1/3 of the dry mixture. Let's just make sure everything is incorporated and you don't get any pockets of dry mixture in your cake. Now I'm going to add the rest of the milk. Stir that in, and then the last amount of flour. And you want to let this mix pretty well. I'm just going to stop the mixer and scrape down the sides. And for the cupcakes, we're going to bake this at 350 for about 20 to 25 minutes, and it's going to make about 2 dozen. So it's really great because you can serve a lot of people, and you can also freeze some for later. Okay, that's all mixed up, and I'm just going to use a medium ice cream scoop to fill up my containers, but of course you can use a spoon. You can also use this batter just to make a regular 9-inch layer cake. And it will be 2 pans, and you'll bake that for about 30 to 35 minutes. You want to grease the pan well. You also can make using the muffin cups without the liners. You just would also grease the pan. So I'll go ahead and fill these, and like I said, we'll bake this for about 20 or 25 minutes, and then I'll show you a really simple vanilla frosting that you can put on the top. It's been about 25 minutes. I've taken the cupcakes out of the oven, and I let them cool in the pan for about 10 minutes. Now I'm going to let them cool completely on a rack, and I'm going to show you how to make the vanilla frosting, and we'll frost those up. Okay, now we're going to make some vanilla frosting, and it's very, very easy to do. There's no need to buy canned frosting. All you want to do is take 1/4 cup of butter, which is about 4 tablespoons, and that's been softened. And you're just going to add a pinch of salt and about 2.5 cups of powdered sugar. And it doesn't have to be perfectly measured because you're just going to add milk to make it a spreadable consistency. So that's about 2.5. And I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon of pure vanilla. And 4 tablespoons of milk. And we're just going to blend that up with an electric beater until it's a nice consistency that you can spread on your cupcakes. You want to beat it until it's very smooth and creamy and spreadable. And if you find it's a little bit too thin, then you just add a little bit more icing sugar. And if it's too thick to spread, then you just add a little bit more milk. Okay, that looks really good. So then I like to use an offset spatula just to smear it on top of the cupcake. That's really the easiest way to do it. Of course, you can get fancy and get out your piping bag and your sprinkles and decorate your cupcakes any way that you want, but for every day during the week, we just eat them plain like this. So, thanks for watching. Enjoy your vanilla cupcakes.